I cracked a tooth. And well, it actually
Tommy did it yesterday as well.
No, it literally cracked at the time of the podcast. Like we're doing it, and you could see, like I was like, oh, and even Teresa, I think, saw it when we were doing the video feed. She's like, what is he doing? I was like, my mouth, my lip was hurt, and yeah, I cracked my tooth. So after the podcast, we got done, and I pressed stop record. I had to get an emergency dental appointment. And it was too bad. They had to remove the tooth, and that sucks. So just so you know, kids. And so I've been looped up on painkillers and antibiotics for the last week. So that's been pretty interesting. And I can tell when the painkillers are kicking in. I did not take any before this painkillers should be kicking in. No,
Are you sure you haven't taken any?
No, I huffed some paint possibly, but no.
Gosh. Does Lisa look fuzzy to you? Because then we'll be able to tell if
Lisa
really...
does look really, really. Oh no, she's not fuzzy anymore, but she was fuzzy for a while, so I was tripping out.
I just messing with you. It was a test.
And Steve is like, he has these glorious blonde locks of hair right now, so I don't know what I'm seeing. It's just happening. But yeah, yeah. So yeah, that was a crazy week this last week. And you don't realize how many times you use that side of your mouth when you eat something until you actually eat something, and you're like, oh crap, that's over there. That hurts. Let's move that back over. So yeah, I'm hopped up on well, nope, yeah. don't Ileana, don't like the drugs, but drugs like me. Don't understand that one, Ileana. You'll have to explain that later. Okay, that's in the chat, kids. There you go. That's how the show's gonna go tonight. No, man. Well, it's cool because we got a different selection. We got 6 of us here right now. So I want to pose an interesting question. Those of you who are watching us live, maybe you have one. A superstition with balloons. The only reason I'm inspired by this is Crystal today posted an awesome picture about seances being compared to Zoom calls in the current day, seances back then. And I was actually in love with it. And I asked her, and I said, hey, I'm going to totally borrow this for my advertisement now. But that's why I wanted to talk about myths and superstitions to deal with balloons. Myths, we're not going to get into all that environmental stuff. So that's going to cut the myths down. More so just interesting facts about balloons. But the superstitions is something I'm interested in because okay, go ahead, Matt. What's your superstition? Tommy's joining us.
My superstition is if I'm going on a date with someone or I'm dating someone, I will not give them balloons because the 2 times that I have, literally the next day they ghost or they go weird and it's ended. So like if I date you now, I don't give you balloons.
No balloons if you're getting dated. So
no balloons.
Do not expect balloons from Matt Russell on a date, guys. There you go. I have one. Every time I do a balloon delivery of helium balloons, I always do 3 more than the actual amount. So if I do 12, I actually do 15. It's always 3, never 2. It's always 3, or it's always 5. So it's always an odd number. Also, my wife will only do things in odd numbers. So if she does a bouquet of balloons, like on a table, she will only do an odd number of bouquet balloons on table. I'm sure that that's probably a training thing, but I have actually watched this and it trips me out because she will freak out. And then if she has balloons left over, if it's in an odd number of balloons, she will give the odd number of balloons to the client to put on like a sign or something. But if it's an even number of balloons, like if 2 balloons are left, she will take them. Or she will pop them. She will never, ever let anybody have anything other than an odd amount of balloons, which is weird. So yeah, so that's kind of our superstition. You know, I don't know. Teresa, you got one? You don't have a balloon superstition, Teresa?
I mean, if we do like balloon animal deliveries, we'll add in an extra balloon animal in case something pops, but nothing superstitious.
I'm gonna say
I don't know.
that.
I gotta think about this.
Now you do have to think about it. Dory, do you have a superstition with balloons?
No. Also, just practical, like it's extra for when things pop. But like, I think the rule of odd numbers is a floral thing.
Is it?
The floral industry, when you put
Floral.
flowers in, it should be an odd number.
It's a decor thing. It's across the board. Like if you've got candles, you don't put 2 candles in a cluster. There's always 3.
Ileana says in the chat, I never work with balloons while mad because everything will start to pop, making me more mad. So there you go. Never work with balloons when you're mad, guys, because it'll just get worse.
That's just good
Thank you.
advice.
Ileana, that actually is really good advice. Steven, do you have a superstition? Something weird?
The only superstition I would say that I don't even know if it's a superstition, but it's like March Madness.
Yeah.
Every stinking time we get inquiries from March, they never come through. That's the only, there's a couple themes that like we always get hits on every year, but nobody ever looks. And that seems like it's one of them, but I don't know that would be a superstition unless you're.
Now, I thought that also.
We always do extra helium and stuff too, but that's just being productive. That's not so much.
Well, I don't know, but do you do 3? Because I only do 3 or 5.
Like if we're providing like 50 balloons for a client, right? We'll blow up 1 or 2 extra because we're high floating everything. So the idea is I don't want to find out the morning of the event that something popped or leaked overnight. So we'll always extra high. And then if nothing failed, we'll just give them the extra balloon and say, if you lose 1 on the way home or 2, there you go. There's a couple extra. I mean, that's, okay. I don't know. It's not a superstition per se.
Well, see, that's the thing. It's like, I guess the funny reason why I say a superstition is because the actual, like one of the definitions is a superstition is a belief or a practice typically resulting from ignorance, a misunderstanding of science, or casualty, a belief in fate or magic, perceived supernatural influence, or fear of which that is unknown. Now, here's my thing. That part at the end is what gets me. A fear of that which is unknown. So you go to a job and you've got a 10 by 10 balloon arch, and you've done everything in your power to make sure that that's the correct size. And no lie, every single time I brought in a 10 by 10 balloon arch, it's always been just a little bit short.
So that we run into that too all the time. It's always the client that is gambling on a helium arch outside in the Pacific Northwest, and you're like, why?
Right, and that's where I go to this part. Or fear of which is unknown. Like, to me, weather's very unknown. It's like anytime somebody
have a superstition.
Yeah, Tommy, do you got one?
I don't know. I just asked Scott because I can't think of it, but I know that I do.
Is there like do you like not step on like when you, because I know people in the balloon industry, friends of mine, that when we tour, I wish Matt was here because he has a couple of them. When he does balloon drops, I do the same thing. Like there's a couple things that I will not do when doing balloon drops. I will not allow people to come up with the thing of, well, what if it doesn't work? It's like, because the minute somebody says that, it's like, oh crap. It's like you jinx the whole thing. And honestly, a lot of the guys that I started touring with learned that lesson because it was a funny joke at one point, but then it's like we had one, perfect example when we were in New York City, and it was like, what if something goes completely wrong and we don't do the balloons tonight? And I'm like, well, then we just take them down and pop them, or we do them the next night. Sure enough, no sooner did the dude say that was the night the lights went out at Madison Square Garden.
Oh, wow.
Before the balloon drop. Now we had the first drop over the stage, but before the other balloon drop, all the lights went out. So then the question became, then the same guy came up when we got back the next day. He's like, I was like, don't even say it. Don't say it. You jinxed us last night. You screwed the pooch for everybody. You messed this up, bud. And he's like, oh, I was like, don't say it. So yeah, that was the whole thing. Yeah, no, I'm telling you, man. Like, well, at least with balloon drop bags, there's definitely some superstitions I have.
I always make sure I set my balloon drops off once before I do them.
Probably a hard reload. So yeah, there you go. I guess if you're gonna test it. No, mine is.
I think we bared witness to that, didn't we? Wasn't that
Yeah.
on Tuesdays Without Tony?
Yeah, Tuesday probably. No,
I was the episode that he wasn't there. It was when.
Yeah, Tuesdays Without Tony.
Yeah.
you
Oopsies.
actually set a balloon drop off on Tuesdays Without Tony.
He was setting it up. We actually watched it happen.
And Therese was like, "Oh yay!" Because she was looking at
was
something.
And I'm going, no.
No, cut it. My heart sinks anytime I see a balloon drop go prematurely.
I think
He
Steve
had
was
enough
showing like
time.
the full truck of like him and Alexa put in, and then I was like, "Oh yay!" And then that's when the balloon drop was happening, and everyone's like, "No," and I'm like, "Oh, I wasn't even looking. Sorry, man."
That's right. That's right. You were looking at the other, and
Oh yeah.
and I'm going, wait.
Then all of a sudden Matt triggered.
Did the, and the balloon drop went, and he got it back together and up like
Pretty quickly.
split. Yeah, it was
My
impressive.
my thing is, I just like once I send it up to the riggers, like I'll go up there or make sure they tie it off. And at that point, from that point on, it's like I have this thing where I go across the radio and I say, now nobody touch the string from this point until the show. It's just something I've always done. I don't know. I mean, I know it sounds like a silly thing to say, but it is. It's just something I've always done.
You have to say it.
Well, most of the guys, I mean, on the show, most of the guys that, we have our tour riggers, they already know, but it's like, I still always say it. I guess it's like the guy who, well, I know in sports, everybody has sports superstitions. Like, I'm sure Crystal, in volleyball, Crystal, isn't there people who will not step on the out of bounds line going into the thing? I know in tennis, John McEnroe would never step on the out of bounds line going into the game. He would always jump over it. And the one time he stepped on it was the time that he had the biggest problem arguing about something being in or out.
We're talking about like superstitions and stuff.
Yeah.
right?
Well, it was more balloon superstition, but then I started thinking, I know a lot of sports people have crazy superstitions, especially like soccer, football players.
Not washing your knee pads. That's just rank.
Yeah, that's rank, but it's a superstition. It is.
Yeah, that's like a big baseball thing too with socks and stuff.
Socks and underwears, jock straps. Yeah.
That's disgusting.
No, it is.
Yay! I have some lucky socks when I play softball.
Did you
But do you want them?
wash them or no?
It should be more often, but
No. See, there you go.
I feel like the times I do wash them, that's when we lose.
That's gross.
Ugh.
And that's what I'm talking about. So, Crystal, what weird volleyball superstitions do you have, or did your friends have?
Are we recording?
Yeah, we are. I mean, do you not want to share because we're recording?
No.
Are all your friends watching the show? I mean, are 8 of your friends volleyball players? I don't know. Just
not very many people know me. I just kind of keep to myself. But like, so my volleyball team name is called Sloppy Sets.
okay. All right.
And we've had we've had that for like 12 years now, and I won't give it up. And the reason why I won't give it up is because I have the same teammate for 12 years now, and we've had the same officiate, and they know you. So like when we put in our team for this season, she literally called my teammate and said, "Is that you guys? Because I think somebody's trying to jack your team name." And when you have a rapport like that with your refs, it makes life a little bit easier. And so, but I have this like our team shirt from like 12 years ago that I wear during tournaments, like our first night of tournaments. So that way we do well or whatever. But yeah, no, I won't give up my team name. And my teammate, one of my newer teammates last night said that she doesn't want a team shirt because she doesn't want to wear sloppy sets across her chest. And I said, well, would you rather be on Smack That Pass or because I mean, we set the precedence for this. Like,
Yeah,
we did that.
the thing. Yeah.
So, but yeah, no, it's just our team name. It's just like I won't play. Like I could be a sub on somebody else's team, but if I have my own team, it's called sloppy sets.
So then my question is, how many people play on now? Is this full team? Like how many people are on?
Sixes. Yeah.
Okay, so it's sixes. So it's not like twos or threes or anything like that. Okay. All right. No, I mean, hey, I get that.
I'm not that good of shape. Nope.
You can't do twos or threes? I think you can do twos or threes. Come on.
I could do fours, but
indoor, it's really hard to play indoor twos or threes. You could do fours.
Yeah, you could do fours.
Well, I mean, and just play outdoor in the sand. I mean,
that's winter. So.
What?
Yeah.
So what? So you're freezing. Life goes on. Suck it up for the team. Life goes on. I mean, Maverick and Goose could play two people
on a 6-foot net. Yeah, they played really hard.
Hey, you know what? You're playing with the boys. That's all I'm saying. All right.
You are aware that the men's net is set legally higher than the women's net, and their net was set at about the junior high level. So,
yeah, exactly, because they had to have good shit. Because anybody who knows Tom Cruise personally knows he's not that tall.
Junior high level is actually higher. So.
I could just see Tom Cruise getting spiked on during the filming of that. He's like, "Hey guys, come on, I'm not that tall. What the heck?" That's like angry Tom Cruise. I'm a Scientologist. I will make your life miserable.
What?
Short guys can still block on a net. You just have to do it differently. Because I was actually back in Cincinnati. I was playing volleyball one night against an NBA player, not an all-star, but he played. I forget what team he was actually on. He used to play for the local UC team, and then he went on to the NBA. And he was a good foot and a half taller than me. I mean, he went up to crush one, and I blocked it at the net, and everybody was like, "Damn, that little dude just told you what." Mind you, he 6-packed me like 3 other times during the damn course of the night. But I got the one block, and that's all I cared about. So.
There it is. All right. You got a block on an NBA player. Hey, Teresa, can you do me a favor? Mr. Lewis is having a hard time saying the link won't work.
Oh. And so
I'll
it
send it to him.
begins.
Hold on.
Gotta get all of you at the same time.
Guys, come on. I can't see you all at the same time. I've got a new show that I've been watching on Disney Plus. It's called Cars SOS. It's these 2 British guys who go around fixing up all these old classic cars. And every time I hear them talking and stuff, I start laughing because I literally am thinking like Matt Lewis and Stuart Davis, like every time they talk, spending enough time because I've spent some time with those boys. And I just feel like these 2, yeah, it's crazy. Now we're letting in the iPhone. So hopefully that's Matt.
That's probably Christy.
It's Christy.
I really thought that Roscoe talked a lot until I heard last night's show. Your cat was
Hi.
last night.
Yeah, there it is.
My cat is it's a pretty big chatterbox, but yeah, it's only
That's
when
my fault.
I've
it's
spent
really
many
stressful.
hours on a Zoom with you, and I have never heard David made a peep. But he was
David's
super
getting-
chatty last night.
I'm gonna tell you this. David's getting a little aggravated at the amount of time Roscoe's getting. I'm just gonna throw it out there. I'm not saying that I got a phone call from David or anything like that or a message.
I feel like you can't do the cat co-host thing. It's already been done.
No,
So I mean,
the point is cats don't care. All right. So anybody who owns a cat knows that cats don't care.
Dave Bren, he's got the Dave Bren show. His cat is his
Oh
executive
no!
producer.
What show is that? What show is that one? What's the Dave Brent show? I've never heard of it. Is that a show out there that Dave's on? Is that
Yes.
I
But
love it.
his cat is his producer.
Wow.
Does he have
Yeah.
a headset and everything?
What's
Hey,
that?
Steve, because Roscoe's not going to be at float, are you going to get a mascot made of him, like the giant Philomena? And then, like, what's the rabbit's name?
Skittles. That's
Skittles.
trade.
I don't want to create anarchy within the float network, but I think we need to get a network president. I mean, I get it. Steve's our executive producer, but I feel like the float network needs a network president. And I think
We don't have, what is Skittles role in the float network?
well,
Official poop producer.
it's never been defined. It's never been defined what Skittles' role is.
Skittles does not have a role in the float network.
Wow.
In the floativerse.
Okay. All right. Well, I feel like we should have a make Skittles president of the float network campaign. Hashtag make Skittles prez.
Skittles for president.
Give us Skittles.
What'd you say?
Make
Give us Skittles. Sorry.
Say it again.
Taste
Taste the rainbow. What were you gonna say, Teresa?
I said hashtag give us Skittles.
Give us Skittles. Oh, what the? That's it. From now on, guys, if you want Skittles to be the president of the float network, put in your hashtag give us Skittles, guys. That's all I'm saying.
I just have to say thank you so much for that whole presentation on your show last night.
You're welcome. Thank you
That
for
was
sending.
amazing. That was amazing. The unboxing.
Yeah. Well, you got to do it sometimes, guys. That's what the people.
We appreciate you contributing to the drum initiative. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Natasha said, speaking of Roscoe, I received an email confirmation today of my drum contribution being shipped out. So you have another drum contribution coming, Teresa.
Yes.
I mean, I've been asking for a list. I don't want to double up on outfits.
Dory's got a thing of Skittles.
Everybody should get them in their float bag.
Skittles.
Oh.
And a sticker that says "Taste the Rainbow." Compliments of Skittles. Taste the rainbow. I think if we got Skittles as president of the float network, we need to get a photo, like one of those dictator photos where he's in like a military outfit and his hand is on his chest and he's just standing there looking down, scowling at the rest of us in the float.
Skittles is a girl.
Well, then fine. Girls can be military and in charge.
I mean,
Teresa.
So you were saying
neutral.
you should wear a suit. I was just correcting you. Skittles is a girl.
Well, but
Skittles can most certainly wear a suit and be a dictator. She can do whatever she wants.
I mean, she could be a he. Like, she could identify as a he.
This is true.
This is true.
Or as a rabbit. She can identify as a rabbit, guys. Whatever she wants to do. A whole new world. No. Oh, man. That would be great, though. I think if we had Skittles like dictator looks or dictatoress, what would a lady dictate? Would it still be a dictator if it's a lady? Is it still a dictator? I don't know. Someone check into that for me. Fact checkers. Figure that out. Let's not put anything out there that could be fake news on the Float Network, guys. No, okay, so Ileana sent a photo that I'm gonna pull up real quick. And she said her exact words were, wait, let me go back to it so I don't mess up what she says. Her exact words were Steve Jones on Sunday's Step Chat. Here we go. Let me share my screen and I'll let all of you guys see what she feels Steve Jones looked like on Step Chat.
Seeing nothing in the chat. Where are you seeing comments?
Oh, it's in the live feed.
Oh.
Can you guys see it? You guys see it? Steve Jones and Step Chat. There he is. There it is, guys. Steve Jones and Step Chat. There you go. Last week. It's for all of you. Ileana sent that. Thank you, Ileana. Continue going through that chat. That was a lot of fun.
Look Looked like Jesus drinking coffee. What's up with that?
It did.
I mean, I don't know, Steve. That's just what she said. She said
Is she trying to tell you need to shave or something?
Stephen Jones on Sunday Step Chat, and that was the picture she gave me.
Possibly.
So maybe she thinks you should look more like Jesus with a coffee. I don't understand. Susie is here with us. Hello, Susie. Welcome. Who else? Matt has still not figured out how to get in.
Does everyone want to
I
see my?
just resent him the link again.
What is
Does
it?
everyone want to see my pot of gold under the rainbow?
Oh yeah, let's see this. Oh, it's what is that? $5,000 pot of gold. Is it like a contest or something?
Yeah, it's at the slot machines, like at a club.
So that's 5,000 Australian dollars.
Yeah, which is like $2 American.
$2. So you win $2 in America.
But I'm showing you my balloon.
I
Where
like
is
the
it?
balloons. I do like
And
them.
my pot of gold.
I like the pot of gold.
Yeah.
Your pot of gold was very glittery.
They don't like the balloons, Matt. They just like the pot of gold.
No, the pot
Yeah.
of gold was very glittery.
Well, he
I
made
like
them
the pot
both.
of gold. He did make them both.
And I love high shine.
Christy's
It
trying to
makes
get-
everything looks so shiny.
I think Christy's trying to get back in. She's about as technologically advanced as Matthew Lewis right now. This is her second time. There she is. Again. Hey, Christy, how are you? You okay? Did you figure it out? You get it, kid?
Yes.
All right.
Huh?
I was just going to start calling you Mr. Matt Lewis in technology. So
He already did. He actually did.
I did. It was recorded. Okay, so let's see. So Susie's with us. Christy finally figured out a way to get back in by her iPhone, so that's good. Christy, what's happening in Louisiana today? Anything exciting?
A whole lot of nothing.
A whole lot of nothing, huh?
Been slow.
What's my wife doing?
Yeah, I don't know what your wife's doing. It's just black right there. It's dark. It's dark.
I'm doing dishes.
You're doing dishes?
I'm doing
That's
dishes.
a good wife. That's a good wife.
No, it's true. You want to see? I just don't want you guys to see my dirty kitchen.
Oh, I'm sure it's not dirty. I've
Always
seen in your
says that it's dirty and it's never dirty.
Okay, so dirty kitchen to Robin is like 2 plates are on the counter, guys.
No,
Yes.
I have a lot of dirty dishes. I'm not
A
showing
lot of
them.
dirty. What did you do? Have you just been busy?
There's a
I've
good
been
reason
doing
why.
dishes all weekend, pretty much. So I have all the
Oh.
dinners. Yeah.
You had a lot of dinners this weekend? You were
Yeah,
entertaining?
I guess there's a lot of dishes.
Well, she's got a bougie ass house. Of course, she's going to entertain that.
It was only me and Jeff.
Okay. All right. So that's your
But we can
response.
eat.
All
Yeah.
right. If you guys are there, it is Skittles again. Taste the rainbow. Dory has hers too. Oh man.
Have you got any of those limoncello things in your freezer, Robin?
No, and I can't find them.
Oops.
Yeah, I can't find them. I'm sorry, but I've been looking.
They were really good. They
What
were
is the
really-
limoncello thing? I mean, I know what limoncello is, but
It was a limoncello dessert in a champagne flute glass. We had an event, Jeff's boss, and we ordered all these desserts from an Italian like patisserie, but everything was shipped to us frozen in glassware. So when actually Tommy was here for that too. I was like, "Do you want one of these?" And both of them were like, "Yay!" But they were really good. There was actually limoncello in them too, but they were delicious.
when I lived in Italy, we were military, and so I would buy pure alcohol from the exchange and give it to my landlord because my landlord's mother would make limoncello.
Make
Like, that was the
limoncello.
thing.
Yeah, I
They,
make
they
limoncello.
loved
It's-
it because we didn't have to pay taxes and stuff like they did, so we got it like super cheap compared to what they paid.
I want to make some. You got to get the right. You're meant to get the right lemons.
Yes, it's all about the lemons. Yeah. But in the time, you got to let it sit for a while. The longer it sits, the better it is. The
Wait,
shortest batch I've done, I think, was about 9 weeks, and it was good, but it gets better with time.
I heard it was only 3 weeks you had to soak them.
Maybe, but the longer it sits, the better. And usually I make it right before Thanksgiving for Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold
I'm going
on.
silent again so I can do the dishes and not interrupt you guys.
All right, go do your
All right.
dishes.
All right, thank you.
because you and Jeff eat too much during the weekend and entertaining. So there you go.
Yes, we eat a lot.
I love it. That's how I know. That's how I know Robin is Italian, right there.
Yeah, right. It's you want to know what I have? And I have sausage and peppers. I made
Oh my
5 pounds
God!
of
Stop.
I made 5 pounds of sausage over the weekend. I didn't make the
Wow.
sausage. I made the sausage and peppers. I get it from the place down the street.
A deli? A deli?
Mariano's. It's a
Oh,
chain,
yes.
but they make their sausage, so it's really good.
Yes, 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 yes.
Yeah,
Mm.
it's good. All right, bye. I'm here,
Bye.
but bye.
All right, bye. Bye. Something I wanted to know is, Tommy DiLorenzo, what are you drinking this evening? It was very orange.
It is a mezcal old fashioned.
A mezcal old fashioned. Wow, interesting. Interessante. Nice. I'm drinking tea with agave. It's low on the glycemic index, guys. That's what I read it, and my doctor was like, "Yeah, do that." I'm like, "Okay."
I got bubbly.
Bubbly. I like to call that buble. That I like.
Nate Culpepper calls it fart water.
Fart
He's
water.
like, because it tastes like what water would taste like if fruit went in it and farted.
If fruit went in it.
Fart water.
Pepper, a beacon of information for all of us. Right there.
He is wonderful.
I have not heard from them in a while. They have not shown up in the show. Someone should send them a message and say, "Hey, what are you guys doing? Why haven't you been on the show in a while?" Someone do that.
I actually talked to Stacy yesterday.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, I talked to Stacy yesterday.
Oh,
She
you
said-
talked to Stacy.
He said you smell and they hate you.
They hate me. Okay, good. All right. Well, as long as there's something there.
I wasn't gonna say anything, but yeah.
No, that's fine. I mean, I didn't know that Zoom was equipped with smell-o-vision. Now I know. So, speaking of that, I do want to bring something up. Should you be worried when your child gives you a fragrance thing for your car that's exact words are what? Blunt buster.
Yesterday.
Oh, you talked to Stacy. So here's the deal. So something was going on in one of the cars. That's exact words. Okay, what's going on? What?
That's Tommy, I think.
Tommy. I'm gonna. So here's the deal. So something was going on.
I don't know. I'm sorry. I just closed out Facebook. I don't know what happened.
All right. Good job, Tommy. Quick question, Tommy. Susie Marino wants to know, have you eaten the worm before from either tequila or mezcal?
No, I got a bottle with a worm in it during lockdown last year, and I drank it down to the worm, and I threw the worm away.
Couldn't do it.
Couldn't
I
do
think it just tastes like the liquor, doesn't it? I mean, it's
probably like a booger at the bottom. I'm not.
Well, no, I know overseas in Japan they have like certain liquors, and one of the liquors actually has like the deadliest snake in Japan called the habu, and it is like inside the liquor sake bottle, and you can actually when you get all the sake out, you can actually cut the habu up and eat it, and yeah, it tasted just like sake. So, and chicken, so chicken sake, I guess. From what I understand.
I always think of Poltergeist with the worm. Do you guys remember that?
Oh.
Yeah. So that'll keep me away from the worm.
Now wait,
I don't remember.
He drank the worm and then it came back up out of his mouth, but it was like fucking 4 feet long and like 4 inches wide. In Poltergeist 2, I think.
It was in Poltergeist 2, and
Yeah.
in Poltergeist 1, it was maggots in the meat.
Oh, in the chicken, in the beer.
They threw it in the, I could
Y'all,
not.
Teresa and I just ate. My God.
No, I seriously couldn't. Honestly, after I saw that, I could not eat chicken for a while. So yeah, that was enough for me. So just go ahead and finish your drinks and wash it all down. Wash that steak down, Lisa. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, feels so good.
So what I was saying earlier happened. So there was something going on in my car. I went through it. I detailed the car out and everything like that. Couldn't still find it. There was this weird odor in my car. So my daughter, my oldest, goes, "Hey, Dad, use this stuff." And I'm like, "Okay, what is it?" She goes, "Oh, it's called Blunt Blast." And I'm like, "What is?" And then I realized exactly what it was. And I was like, she goes, "No, just spray like one spray in the car on the floor or whatever. It'll take away all the smell." And I'm like, hold on a second. Is this the stuff that people use to cover up when they're smoking something? You know, and she goes, yeah, Dad, that's what people use it for. But yeah, whatever. Just use it. And I was like, But anyways, it smells really good because it smells Hawaiian. And I was like, so I
So
put
is she
one,
trying to tell you that you
Yeah,
smell,
I
or
don't know. I don't know. But the fact that she used the thing called Blunt Blast kind of worried me. I mean, she is 20. Well, she's 29 years old, so she's a grown woman. She can figure out what to do. But I'm like, you know, so yeah. But it is very good smelling stuff. So if you need a high grade deodorant for your car, go to your local store and find a thing called Blunt Blast because it works. But yeah, I absolutely enjoyed that. All right, what was the other thing I was going to ask? I know I was asking. Oh, let's talk about latex balloons. I have a trivia question for everybody. When was the first latex balloon invented?
no, so
1875. I don't know.
Don't you dare Google it. Don't you dare Google it. Christy, don't Google it. I see you Googling it. Right? You Google it.
I'm not Googling it.
You better not Google it.
Google
Not
it.
Googling.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
not Googling.
Way to move the phone out of the way. Anybody know?
I thought it was. I think Tommy's closer to it. Or my second guess would be like 1920 something.
Nope. Tommy's close.
Yeah.
He's about what year did you say, Tommy?
1875.
Okay, you're about 30. Oh, well, no. Well, it was 1824. So there you go. So you're a few years off, but you were close. 1824. It was done by a college professor named Michael Faraday, who was experimenting with gases and their thresholds. He fixed 2 sheets of rubber together into an airtight pocket and filled it with a range of gases. Thus, the creation of the balloon. There it is. Now, the other question is, when was the first latex balloon, like actual like latex balloon done?
That wasn't latex.
Well, I mean, this is latex, but when was the first commercially produced latex balloon? What year?
wasn't it like Tilson?
Well,
Was it Tilson, something like that?
according to this, the first latex balloon was 1907 was when it was produced. 1907, first commercially produced latex balloon.
There's a guy like Tilson or Tillotson or something like that, and did something with balloons in 1920. That's all I remember.
Yeah, that would probably be when somebody saw it happen. But yeah, the first actual like latex type balloon was 1907.
I have to look this up. I just remember that was like the year my grandmother was born. So I just remember it was like Tilson or Tillison or Till.
And I know that prior to actual balloons, it was the like the airship type balloon originally was the first ones produced, rather than our small round balloons that we have nowadays. So yeah, there you go.
I got a message from Treb Hyman today.
I what?
I got a message from Treb today.
What?
I was shocked when I looked at my messenger.
What did he say?
I had asked him a question and he got back to me today. And I looked and I had asked him the question a year ago.
He's been off Facebook for about a year.
Wow.
I needed a Star Wars balloon that was only available at Disney, and I thought everyone was like, contact Treb. So I actually messaged him, and he got back to me today. But the party was a year ago.
The one of my prized phone numbers in my cell phone is Treb Henning's phone number. That's one of my prized phone numbers.
There he goes, dropping names again.
And the only reason why I have it is because I had to ask Judy Brant. I had to ask her for it. Brat. Okay. I had to ask her for it because one of my clients was looking for the light up balloons that he does. And they wanted a mass quantity. And I was like, there's no way I'm going to like some, retail store. So I hit him up and put those two in connection. But I figured I would save that phone number because who knows? Never know. You might need it. I mean, it would be great if one day I get a phone call and all of a sudden it says, hey, Treb Henning. I'm like, oh, I'm needed for something. But yeah, that one is a prized one. My other prized phone number, personal number or business number that I have is Steve Jones. I love that one too. Normally when I get that one though, it's the first thing is like, I'm like, hello, Steve. He's like, hey, you got a second? And then I know it's gonna be more than a second. It's more than a second. If he says, hey, you got a second?
Unlike everybody who thinks I have nothing better to do than answer their questions all day.
Exactly. I mean, I've even called Steve and been like, hey, Steve, so I got a question for you. I got a drive-through balloon. How do I do that? No. Yeah. So yeah, I've done that. Yeah. Man. Okay. Let's do. Okay. So yeah, there you go. So that's something fun to think about. What is the coolest number you have in your cell phone right now, balloon oriented?
Does everyone? Oh no. But I have Elle McPherson's sister's phone number.
Wait, the model Elle McPherson?
Oh,
Elle McPherson's sister.
The sister's phone number?
Yeah, me.
roommates, neighbors, kid
Brothers,
sisters.
I used to
friend.
I used to work with her. Like, we have conversations. Like, yeah.
Okay. All right, I'll take that one.
Yeah.
What's the coolest number you guys have in your cell phone right now?
Balloon related or not balloon related?
Either not balloon related or balloon related.
I have the number of one of the writers from Community, and Steve keeps watching.
Oh, wow. I've been really enjoying that show, actually.
It's an excellent show.
Wait, is that writer your relation?
Maybe.
I think Teresa's probably got somebody famous in her phone, but I'm just...
No, I don't think she does. Do you? Do you actually have your cousin's number? You do have your cousin in the phone. I didn't know if you did. All right.
Who's
Right
your
on.
cousin?
Her
You don't
cousin
know
is Machete.
Who?
her cousin's Machete. Danny Trejo.
The actor.
The
Actor.
actor. Spy.
Oh, yeah, you know him.
You know him.
He's in like everything.
What?
Well, not everything, but like
Just about.
How about you do this? Pull up Google Grindhouse.
Spy Kid. Spy Kid. Did you
What's
ever
his
see
name?
Danny Trejo.
Tommy, did you ever see Spy Kids?
No.
Oh, then never mind.
You're lame, Tommy.
I mean, I have balloons by Tommy's phone number in my phone.
Oh, okay. I know who that is.
Dustin Don, wasn't he in that?
Yes, he was.
He was in Dust Till Dawn. He was in a lot of stuff. He was in, wasn't he in like The Nun?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's Teresa's relative.
You Googled it.
Google it.
Oh.
Okay, so Crystal, who's the coolest number you got in your cell phone?
I don't really have any, but just you guys. That's it.
Well, I mean that's pretty
Like a
cool.
very
to have the numbers.
Just like few. No, I don't. Nah.
Mr. Matt Lewis. Mr. Matt Lewis, sir. Who's the coolest number you have in your phone? In your cell phone?
The coolest number.
And don't say Stuart Davis.
Because it's Davies.
You really want to know?
Discussion.
You really want to know? Coolest number I've got on my phone.
I just want to know what's the coolest number, what's the coolest person or number you got in your phone that it belongs to?
Oh, I don't know what to say.
You know,
I've got David Jason,
okay.
who's a British actor.
Yeah.
I do have a number, but I don't know if it's right for Johnny Depp, but I don't know if it's right.
You know what? Send me that number for Johnny Depp and I'll double check.
We'll find out.
A friend of mine.
Apple computer in my iPhone.
You have a computer in your iPhone?
No, I have the number for Apple computer.
Apple computer.
You know, it's like when you were on MySpace when you're all friends with the same guy. It's like,
Yeah. What was his name? Tom?
His name was Tom.
His name was Tom. He was friends with everybody. I think he did that just so he could keep track of everybody in the world. Okay. All right. So Tommy, who do you have? Do you have anybody?
I don't have anyone cool.
No, at all? You don't even have a Scott DiLorenzo or anybody?
I mean, yeah, everyone's pretty regular.
Okay. All right. Chris,
He doesn't answer his phone anyway, so
Yeah,
like
I don't use my
he
phone
doesn't
for
call
that.
people, so he doesn't need numbers.
But I can text them. I'm probably one of like 3 people that Treb has ever texted in his life. Because he does not
I've
text.
never gotten a text from Trev. I've gotten an email, but that was because pricing was attached. But I've never actually gotten a text. Yeah, there you go. Man, who did I have? You know, for a while I had Tim Valemis in my cell phone, but I think he's changed numbers since. At least he's not answering my texts anymore. So who knows?
I mean,
I don't know. Maybe he just doesn't care about me anymore. All right. Melissa Vincent wants us to know in her, she has a listing for the grass-fed beef guy. I don't know what that means.
What?
Yeah.
I thought it was supposed to be balloon people.
Yeah, I don't understand. Flavia wants us to all to know that Andrew and Natalie say hi. So hi to Andrew and Natalie.
Did you guys see Natalie singing show tunes?
I did. I did. I feel like Teresa has someone who can like sing with her now. Like Teresa and Natalie.
A guest host.
A guest show tune host. That would be awesome. What, are you playing the piano right now, Teresa? Who did that?
Oh, that was my alarm going off. Sorry.
I was like, is somebody playing the piano right now? Are we going into a show tune?
It's
I can break that into something if you want.
Yeah, I mean, you know, whatever. I mean, it's 6 o'clock. So, Melissa Vincent wants us to know in the world of balloons, she's got 5 numbers, not just one, but 5 numbers for Guido. So
keep his wife guessing.
Yeah, that or they're all burner phones.
Well, they're probably phones for different countries.
Oh, I cannot talk to you right now, Melissa. I must go. Something is calling my name.
All of a sudden,
Hello, I am French, Guido. I am not.
not say he's Dutch. He's not.
Ooh, I have Guido on my phone. I had to look it up. I'm like, I'm not sure if I do, but I do.
I mean, I got Christopher Lyle, which is cool.
I got his too.
We had Christopher Lyle on After Hours last week, which was fun. Yeah, I'm trying to think who else do I have in here?
Christopher Lyle.
Yeah.
Wow, how did he get on here?
We were talking about him, and he came on to defend himself.
Complaining. I'm not complaining at all. I was just curious.
No. We actually honestly asked for an update in Texas from him because we know he was dealing with it. So we asked him to give us the.
Well, you had seen some like crazy pillow or something that he had posted.
Oh yeah,
that's what started the conversation.
Yeah, he had posted a picture of his Jesus pillow, and it was
Tuesdays with Tony After Hours.
Yeah, it looked like Jesus was in the pillow woven, like Jesus on toast, and so
started photo.
Yeah, and so we started talking about it, and then we got him to jump on after Twist and Shout. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I mean, I've got some pretty cool people, but nobody. Oh, ha! I got DJ Pauly D. Has anybody got that one? Has anybody got DJ Pauly D?
No, but I have my picture with him.
I got him on my cell phone.
Why?
I love it how Tony has turned this all into more name dropping.
No, I just thought it was funny because I remembered we did.
Hey, everybody, please name drop so I can drop some more.
Hey, he does. Well, he's a DJ now, I guess, and he did a couple residencies at some of the different clubs over the years, last couple years, and so he would do balloon drops in the rooms, and so he I don't know why he didn't have an assistant call, but that was, or it was an assistant using his phone. But yeah, I have his phone number in there, so that one's pretty cool. I don't have everybody, so there you go, guys. There you go. I asked everybody else what ones you had. I was just wondering. Christy, you don't have anybody from Louisiana in your phone? No one cool?
No, sorry.
You don't got like Nicolas Cage or something? I mean, gosh.
No.
Why not?
Do not.
Sorry. Stephanie from Chicago is joining us. Hey, Stephanie, who do you got that's cool in your cell phone? Like, drop a name of somebody cool in your cell phone that you got that you think nobody else has. You got like any mobsters or anything in there that?
No.
Wow.
No, none. You don't have like, like.
I say the coolest people in my phone are the Float Network people.
That's right.
Good.
Well, he said that no one else would have.
Yeah, there you go.
I have Sandy, Missouri's in my phone.
Okay, well, that's a cool balloon one to have. I mean, she's not really in balloons.
You got Jill's phone number, like Jill
Short Read.
I don't have Jill's phone number.
Well, that's okay because Steve.
I don't bother her. I communicate with her through email.
Well, Steve talks to Scott all the time, so
Right.
Yeah, we're not all that cool,
Who I talk?
The Scott Short Read, the ILW 37 president.
Yes, it's president. Yes, chapter president. Local 30.
Local 37, chapter president. Some things I did want to bring up. We're still live for a few more minutes, but I did want to bring up something. Marlene Potts wants us to know that she has Chris Potts in her cell phone. So I guess that's a cool one.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Melissa Vincent says she's got Maxine Burton.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's a cool
That
one.
is a really good one. I've got Lauren Carter from Burton and Burton.
Oh, I've got Molly. I've got Molly from Anagram.
I have Molly from Anagram too.
See, but that's the thing, Steve. This is where it's unfair for Steve because he's got all the sponsors in his phone.
This is true.
Not bragging about it.
No, that's true. I sent a text to Allison from Tough, Texas last week, and she called me back and said, "What's up?" So I was like, "That's cool." No, yeah. So there you go. Cool.
Ooh, I have Marlene Potts in my phone.
You have Marlene in your?
Yeah, not quite Chris Potts, but
I want Marlene Potts in my phone.
Yeah,
so I can call her with all my stuffing questions.
Stuffing questions, yes.
Yeah, I want those clips, Marlene. Send me the link for those clips.
That girl can go through Walmart and show you how to stuff anything with stuff.
That was the best video I've ever seen in my life. It was so funny.
That was hilarious.
And it also made me not feel so bad that I buy my stuff from Walmart.
No, not at all.
I was like, Marlene Potts does it. I'm okay.
Okay. So just so you know, Steve, you think I'm dropping names. Melissa Vincent has now started dropping all of the names of people that are in her phone. So yeah, great. Yeah, we know you know Jan, we know you know Peggy, we know you know Marjorie. Wonderful. Yeah, great, wonderful, Melissa. Way to rub it in. Anyways, this is no longer fun. No, I'm joking.
It was like, I feel like this can kind of be a dangerous game to play.
I think so too.
I think it's a little dangerous to play.
Yeah, because now we know how to get a hold of somebody if we just know the people.
That's right.
Wait, last
You're
time
1 degree of separation.
yeah, last time I checked, Lisa Newmarley. So I'm gonna have Lisa get hold of her for me. No.
Right.
Yeah, it's like the Kevin Bacon thing. Okay, so let's see. What was I going to end with? I was going to end with this. So those of you who were watching the network last week, on Wednesday, you saw Mr. Jones somewhere secretly or prior to secretly walking through the halls and releasing new information. I'm going to be the first one to say it. It's a cool freaking property. I'm digging it. Nice.
Yeah, it is nice.
Size. I'm digging all that. I like the colors. The colors are very neutral, so that's a good thing. It's not too outrageous crazy. So when Mr. Russell decides to do something weird for a competition piece, it's not going to clash.
I'm not competing this year.
Oh, you're not. Oh, you've heard it here, guys. Tuesdays with Tony.
He's trying to just
Russell
make sure he
is
can get out of the
out.
country.
Mr. Russell is out, guys. That might mean that some of you might have a chance. So there you go. And
I haven't even
go ahead, Matt. What were you saying?
Like, I only won centerpiece is the only one that I actually have won. Like, so people have a chance.
Yeah. Well, the other person that's out too is the team of Jessica and Mary Lou, as they are sponsored by a sponsor and will be teaching. So, yep, by Vitalik. So there you go.
Who shall take the coveted title?
They're out, people.
Way to say hey.
Field is wide open.
Hey, Jessica, where are you? Oh, there you are.
I'm sorry. I came on and was tell us who you have in your contacts. I thought it was a trap. I had to think for a second.
Yeah, no, she came on and I was like, who's in your contacts on your phone? And
who do you have in your phone?
Take a second and think, I don't want to say anybody I have on my phone.
No.
Hey, is that what it showed up as me?
What?
It didn't show my name?
It showed up your name, but not everybody can see you right when you jump in. I can, because I have you all on a gallery view. But
but like this, you never like greet people anymore.
Okay, so
like the last previous two times I joined, you never said, "Hey, Jessica, how are you?"
Okay, so what I'm gathering is you expect fanfare when you come in.
I just think you should acknowledge people as they join the call.
Joining us now, Jessica Zillman. Explosion. I mean, was that everything you expected it to be and more, Jessica?
That's definitely not what I wanted.
What do you want? You want something a little bit more?
Hey, Jessica.
You want something? Oh, what's up, Jessica? I mean, we could do, ladies and gentlemen, joining us now all the way from Alabama, Jessica.
That's what you usually do.
I don't do the wah, 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 wah. I don't always do that. I mean,
Stephanie, did you get greeted? Dory, did you get greeted when you joined?
Joining us from Chicago, Stephanie Marquardt.
I get the sinister music. I'll take it. I'll take it.
You know, geez, man.
This is what you get. I'm feeling a little bit better, so you get spicy Jessica back.
14,400 minutes of broadcast, and Jessica Zillman still busted me about not introducing her when she comes on. So there you go. All right, kids. Well, I'm going to tell you this. For those of you out in live Facebook land, I'm going to cut you off here in a second. If you want to join us, all you have to do is ask for the link. There are 12 of you watching right now, so don't act like there's not anybody out there. I have all those statistics. But yeah, feel free to request the link and come hang out with us as we go off the record. But before we do that, thank you so much for joining us this evening. We hope you've had an enjoyable time. If you have, tell Steve how awesome I am. If you haven't, this is Working Wonders on the Flint Network.